Well, it was competitive only because Mahomes got dinged. I don't think it was real competitive if he were 100% healthy. But it shows the brilliance of Andy Reid or the flexibility of Andy Reid or the creative genius of Andy Reid. Kansas City, first drive, 83 yards, marches right down the field. And Mahomes is doing what Mahomes is doing: pocket passing, scrambling right, throwing dump and runs, throwing off balance, and using all the weapons that he's got. And then he gets hurt. And I was fearful that he had suffered a knee injury when his leg got bent as he was trying to throw the football going down. And I thought, uh-oh. And here comes 38-year-old Chad Henne, the backup, who's hardly taken any snaps in anger in years. And Chad Henne leads him on a 98-yard drive for another touchdown. This is a guy stone cold coming off the bench, doing the exact same thing that Mahomes does. Pocket passes, moves the pocket. That's Travis Kelce. There's Juju Schuster-Smith. And here's Pacheco running the football. And I thought to myself, Andy Reid's offense, with all those skill guys, just plug another guy in at quarterback and on we go. And then Mahomes did come back. And then Mahomes excelled even though he could not move. I think he scrambled one time for a first down and came up limping. And then from that point on, he was kind of setting cement in the pocket. He did not complete a pass outside the pocket after he got injured. Everything he did was within that confines of the tackle-to-tackle box. But boy, they're brilliant. And Travis Kelce, 14 receptions. You know you're going to throw to him. We're going to cover him. And we're going to double him, or we're going to put a guy over the top or drop linebackers in front. He's caught 14 passes for 195. Phenomenal. And there's just some psyche with him and Mahomes. When Mahomes moves the pocket, Kelce moves his route to find an open seam, and suddenly the ball's there. So Kansas City's offense, even with Mahomes limited, still unbelievably dangerous. And the defense, Chris Jones had a monster game at defensive end, defensive tackle. And when they needed it, fumble recovery at the 5-yard line, pass interception, next serious possession, game over Jacksonville. Not to be critical of Jacksonville. They learned what the second season of the NFL is all about, and they hung in there. When it kind of looked like maybe they're going to get blown out, they hung in there and they kind of fought their way back in. But the back-to-back turnovers in the fourth quarter just killed them. But Kansas City's brilliant, and Kansas City's going back to the AFC Championship game, John, for the 5th year in a row. And they got a world of experience. Now, I don't think Patrick Mahomes is going to practice till the tail end of the week. The only saving grace that positive comes out of this is he got hurt early Saturday. So he had really, in effect, a whole extra 2 days to do therapy. And I'll guarantee you he is living at Arrowhead Stadium right now in their training facility. So they've got Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday to do intense therapy round the clock on the ankle and the calf. And then maybe he practices on Thursday. He has never gone in his career in Kansas City. He has never gone a whole week without practicing and just played in a game. I don't think Andy Reid wants that. I think he wants them in rhythm, wants them hot, wants them sharp. But Kansas City's just so dynamic. The quarterback and the head coach. Your thoughts?
Yeah, I mean, they're incredible. I mean, what Andy Reid has cooked up, and they lose. What was the wide receiver is now playing for Miami?
Tyreek Hill.
They lose him, and they're still fantastic. And isn't Kelce like a former quarterback? So he kind of knows how to. It can live inside the quarterback's head, know what the quarterback is looking for, and get to that spot. But you got to give huge props to the organization. I mean, even when they get punched around a little bit, they come back. I was surprised Mahomes did come back in that game. But as far as Jacksonville goes, you got to tip your hat to Trevor Lawrence. He showed great leadership during the game and even after the game. Some of his comments I thought were really terrific. He was out there, congratulating his players, talking about how no one expected us to be here. And yet I think they showed something until the very end when it kind of slipped out of their fingers.
They were 3-8. They were 3-8 at one point of the season. And I think I remember telling you at that point, I said, I'm surprised that Peterson has not made more progress.
Yeah.
Because they really had good start, punched the Chargers in the mouth, fell apart, and then it turned. And Peterson kept preaching, believe in us, believe in us, believe in us. And us got good, and guys were playing. They played into the second weekend of January. That's pretty impressive. But the creative juice of Kansas City is really special. Okay, let's move to